Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and we're back at Express Lube and Auto Repair, and we're doing our follow-up on our beautiful 2011 Lexus GS 350. And this car has been driven under severe service. It's done closed course 140 mile an hour driving in Texas. It's been driven very hard on the city streets out here in Las Vegas in the summer. 170 degree street temperatures, 116 degree air temperature here in Las Vegas. And today we're going to be doing an oil change on it. We're going to show you what the oil looks like, how much oil it burned over exactly 1 year and 13,000 miles. Let's kick it off. Good. So Emilio is going to go ahead and check the oil. Let's see what oil level it is. So he's going to go ahead and wipe her off, wipe her all the way off. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and stick her in and see what she looks like. It's going all the way down in there. Beautiful. And let's see what we got. So that's exactly what it looks like after exactly 12 months and 13,000 miles. So dip it in again one more time just so they can see exactly the level without pushing it up. Now there was 0 oil added over the course of this year. Keep it straight up, yep, so it's just down, yep, so it doesn't roll up, yep. You just pull it straight up, yep, and don't let it so it rolls up. Yeah, just hold it straight down, good. So I'll show you exactly where it's at. So it burned off exactly 0.4 quart. So this system is a 6.8 quart system, and it burned off 0.4 quart, not even half a quart, and that's in exactly 13,000 miles of severe, abusive, intermittent track day driving. And that's in the city with very little warm-up time, very short trips, and then lots of gumballing. And this actually has the Super Sport tire that goes on the Stingray. So this is the Michelin Pilot, it's the Pilot Sport 4S is the tire. So these tires are designed for 200 miles per hour, and that's the way this car gets driven, and we're going to show you that in a minute. So I wanted to quick show you the sticker from last year. This is this AMSOIL sticker from last year. It has exactly, was 12/19 is the next change date, or at 62,000 miles, which we set it for 15,000. And I'll go ahead and show you the mileage on her. The exact mileage is, let's see what we got, 59,232. So that's exactly 13,000 miles. And well, we're gonna drain her down and feel her up. Emilio's gonna crack her loose. It's a 14mm socket. Got a very straightforward oil pan, and it's right here on the side, very easy to get to. So you can actually check out my previous videos on this where I did all the fluids. I did the differential, I did the transmission, I did the motor oil change. We did everything on it. So you can go ahead and crack her loose. And I'll put those videos in the link at the end, in the description, and I'll also put it at the end of this video. It's gonna come up on the screen. So I'll show you exactly where that comes up. There's gonna be a little icon right here in the corner. You'll be able to click on that information. You'll be able to check it out. All right, so he's gonna crack her loose. You'll see how easy she is to crack loose.
There she goes.
Easy as pie. Now he's gonna pull over the big drain bin. This is where the oil drains into. There, so the oil doesn't shoot all over the place. And now it's gonna come out like water. Beautiful, and there she blows. Now what you're gonna notice is how easy it is to do an oil change on the Lexuses, the Hondas. They're so easy to do yourself. And most oil changes take about 15 to 20 minutes. And this is something you just do once a year. So now, we just let it drain down. Now we're gonna pop off the oil filter, and we'll show you that. This is the oil filter we used. This is good for 1 year, 15,000 miles, and that's of severe abusive driving. Flip this over. And this is the efficiency compared to Toyota. So an OEM Toyota filter is a regular cellulose paper. AMSOIL is a full synthetic medium, and that medium holds 4 times more contaminants than the stock cellulose paper filter. So let's go ahead and show them what it looks like. Pop it out, yank her out of her packaging, and you're gonna see how nicely everything's nice and tucked away. You can pull her out of her rubbers, and you'll see the O-ring is actually embedded into this filter. And that's the beautiful packaging of the fresh O-rings. You can put that in the box, and now yank this out. Beautiful. And you'll pull that out, and you'll see this thick medium. And you'll see the reinforcement of the stainless and the quality of this silicone. And it's siliconed on both sides. And this doesn't deform over the course of the year, and it doesn't indent, and it actually flows much faster. And about 80% of the wear on an engine is during the cold start. And because of this quality of the actual silicone in the filter, it doesn't allow the oil to drain back out. So in your next cold start, there's instantaneous oil flow, protects your engine, and it just extends the life of it. So now we're gonna pop off our filter. While we're underneath the car, I wanted to show you the differential. We actually already changed it on this, but it's so easy to do. That's the drain bolt, that's the fill bolt up there, and that's it. All you do is get an Allen key, drain it here, and feel her up there. 10 mil, and Emilio's just taken off the panel here. And what this is, these are really good belly pans, very similar to Mercedes. It keeps the air off hitting all these components underneath here, which gets you better gas mileage, less drag coefficient. And he's gonna go ahead and pop off these bolts, and then we're gonna have access to the oil filter housing. We go ahead and pop her off, drain her down, stick in our new filter, and we're good to go. All right, so Emilio has a oil filter housing like this. It's a little aluminum wrench. They don't crack. He's already got it on the housing up there. And now all you do is loosen her up. Go ahead. And loosen her up. Beautiful. And she's got, and we'll give him a good close-up on that filter. Beautiful. And go ahead and just empty it out, and we'll show them what the filter looks like. And you can pull it right down here and set it in the corner. Yep, and you can hold it in a towel. So you can see the silicone is still good. All the contaminants are deep inside the medium where they should be. You can see it hasn't sunk in, it hasn't deformed. You can see all the metal mesh is still good. Now go ahead and wipe that rubber there, Emilio. Just wipe it a little bit, yep. And show them how clean and nice that silicone still is. So all that silicone isn't cracked. There's no scars on it. Flip it around, show them the other silicone. Just wipe it. And we actually cut open an AMSOIL filter after a year, but we wanted to show how good that filter is and how it doesn't deform. All right, it's time to go ahead and prep our next filter. Emilio's gonna go ahead and wipe up this filter housing. All you do is wipe it off. It's all good aluminum, really high quality parts with a Lexus, if not better than Mercedes on some of them. And now he's gonna pop off these the silicone. That just pops right off. Usually you get like a flathead. The O-ring out of the packaging that's nice and sealed. And he's gonna go ahead and throw that on the casing. And that just slips right on. Easy as pie.
Easy as pie, just slippery fingers.
Oh yeah, that lube it's still slippery. I mean, even after a year, that oil is 100% synthetic. And I mean, it is so slippery right now, it's unbelievable. And now, he's gonna pop in the fresh filter. Yep, that's perfect. There's a nice fresh filter going on. Yep, easy as pie. There's no direction to it. And now all you do is you make sure this is lubed up with a little bit of oil, and this is lubed, and we'll lube her up. He's gonna crack the Signature Series. This is good for 1 year, 15,000 miles of severe abusive driving. And now he's gonna lube up the rubbers. So you can go ahead and just dump it all over the rubbers. Yep. So you'll see the liquid gold. And yep. And he's gonna dump that all over the rubbers and the silicone. Yep, you can get messy with it. Get her all nice and wet. As you guys know, the wetter the better. Go ahead and get her nice and lubed on all the rubbers, all around the threads, all around there, even in the inside of that O-ring a little bit. Yep, beautiful. And just go in there, yep, go inside a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, beautiful. Good, liquid gold. And now if she's all nice and lubed, it's time to thread her on. And you'll see it threads on like butter. Super easy, super good quality once you get it nice and lubed. And then he's going to use the tool and tighten her up. And you only tighten it to about 10 pounds of torque, 10 to 15 pounds. And you just use that little wrench to tighten her up. Just got done dripping for the last 10 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and bolt her up. So you can see how good that oil looks. Beautiful.
Very good.
Aha. And now we tighten her down about 10 pounds of torque, 10 to 20 pounds. You don't have to go tight. A lot of these oil pans are aluminum, and if you crank them down with a foot-long breaker bar, you can strip it out pretty easy. So there's no reason to go real tight. Beautiful. That's it. Easy. Emilio has the honors of pouring in the liquid gold. Go ahead. Beautiful. Look at it go. Now this is what we call the liquid gold. Good for 1 year, 25,000 miles of normal driving. If you're doing track driving, intermittent track days, lots of city driving, you're still good for 1 year, 15,000 miles or 700 idling hours. And to give you an idea of how good this stuff is, this burns off at less than half the rate of the best mobile one. And it also doesn't thicken like the other oils. And that's what makes it such a really, really great product, is it doesn't break down and it doesn't lose its film strength. It's 100% synthetic, and that's what keeps the wear down on your pistons and cams. And they actually did a really cool test on this oil where they did 25,000 miles on a turbo EcoBoost engine on the AMSOIL Inc. If you go on the AMSOIL YouTube, you'll see that. And they actually show it on a turbo car, 25,000 miles on one oil change. It's real. So you saw it, and now we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and we're gonna go take her around the block, and we'll let you see what she sounds like. All right, Emilio's gonna go ahead and put in our PI Performance Improver. And what this is a proprietary fuel system cleaner. You actually put it in every 4,000 miles. Cleans the carbon deposits out of the combustion chamber, cleans the valves, and it also really helps with your injectors. So it's a wonderful product, cleans the whole fuel system. And you go ahead and stick her in, and it just takes literally 2 seconds. He went no hands, so he shows that you can do it completely hands-free. And you'll be surprised at how much smoother your car will idle right away. In about 5 gallons of gas, your car will be a different car. But now it's time to go ahead and motor her up, and we're gonna go see what she feels like. All right, so we're gonna start her up. Here we go. Ooh. All right, let's go take her around. Put down the windows for you so you can see what she sounds like. All right, and he's gonna throw on his seatbelt. Emilio's on the camera. He's a good man for helping out with the channel. And he really does a great job, so if you're ever down here, definitely stop over, say hi, and we're gonna let you see what she feels like. So this is a 3.5 liter. It's a 305 horsepower V6, and it makes about 270 pounds of torque. We have a K&N air filter in her. We also have the transmission fluid we did with the fuel efficient 100% synthetic ATF. You have much faster shifts in cold conditions. We also have the rear differential fluid, and we pretty much have everything. So the car is just coming up to temperature. The coolant was pretty warm. And we're gonna go ahead and find a safe place here on a closed track. And we're gonna give you a little 0 to 40. We don't wanna do anything too dangerous. But go ahead and take a look at the speedometer. And on the count of 3, we're gonna floor it, and we'll let you see what 0 to 40 looks like. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, so there we are. There's a little 0 to 45. And now we're gonna take her back. We'll show you the front of Express Lube. Right here, we got the very front of the building. This is where they have the liquid gold. And we're back to where the bay we were just at. That's where we just had the car. So we will see you back next time on synthetic oil protection. If you have any questions about the products, feel free to reach out to me or Jeff. And Emilio, thanks for being a part of it. You're a good man. Thanks, Emilio, for helping out.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. All right, we'll see you guys back next time.
Bye.
Thanks.